Study of Social Exclusion and Inclusive Policy, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi.
हेलो हेलो मंच पर बैठे रजाक पलेरी साहब, सुरेंद्रन करीपूजा साहब, अतीक रहमान साहब और वेलफेयर पार्टी के तमाम हजारों की संख्या में आए सारे लोगों को मैं इस मंच से जय सावित्री, जय फुले, जय भीम, सोशल जस्टिस, सामाजिक न्याय के लिए ये जो आयोजन आपने किया है, इस मंच से मैं सावित्रीबाई फुले और फातिमा शेख को याद करना चाहता हूं। Today is 3rd January and it is not a mere coincidence that today marks 193rd birth anniversary of Savitribai Phule, the first teacher of modern India. 9th January will mark again 193rd birth anniversary of Fatima Sheikh, a comrade in arms of Savitribai Phule. Brothers and sisters of Travancore, I would rather say, rather than Trivandrum. Because whatever little history that I know of Kerala, I am told that southern Kerala was being ruled by Travancore and Trivandrum was the capital, and northern Kerala was ruled from Cochin. Just few days back I was there. Now the question comes that how did we become India? Today there is this debate going on, and stupid debate I would rather say, between India and Bharat. Friends, let me remind you how did we become India. We become India with adoption of Constitution of India, very laboriously written by under the chairmanship of Dr. Ambedkar. Now what did the first article of this constitution tell us? It says that India, that is Bharat, shall be union of states. Now let us imagine this Travancore, this Cochin, or more than 543 princely states that we had. Or yesterday during independence, we were close to say 20 states. Now we had 28 states. Now Telangana is bifurcated and it is 29 states. But still we have like some princely, union territories also. What does this entail? This entails that it binds us. And what does bind us? This fraternity binds us. And I salute Welfare Party for bringing the question of fraternity at the center today when the hate campaign is going on in this country. Now 26th November 1949, when the Indian Constitution was being adopted, we all know, ultimately it was 26 January 1950 that we had this Constitution. But what happened on 26th November 1949? Let me take back you to there. 26 नवंबर 1949 को जब संविधान सभा ने संविधान को तैयार किया, उसका मसौदा तैयार किया और बोला कि इसी संविधान को हम 26 जनवरी 1950 को लागू करेंगे, तो मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहता हूं, there is an organization in this country called RSS, and the mouthpiece in Hindi it comes as Panchajanya, in English it is organizer. The 30th November, just 4 days after 26th November 1949. 30th November 1949, let me read out what organizer writes in its editorial. It says, but in our constitution, there is no mention of the unique constitutional development in ancient Bharat. Manu's law were written long before Lycurgus of Sparta or Solon of Persia. To this day, his law as enunciated in the Manusmriti excite the admiration of the world and elicit spontaneous obedience and conformity. But to our constitutional pundit, that means nothing. Why I quote unquote, why I quoted this from this editorial of the mouthpiece of RSS is to tell you that they had rejected this idea of modern, secular and inclusive constitution. Today, we all have assembled here. What brings us here is only the Constitution of India. When I was passed on this leaflet of Welfare Party, it says 3 demands. The first is conduct caste census. Second is hand over all recruitments in aided institution to PSC. And third is ensure proportional representation in government services. Brothers and sisters assembled here in Trivandrum in front of the secretariat. In this secretariat, in front of the secretariat building, I would want to tell you, and I would urge the Welfare Party, the organizers of the Welfare Party, to add one more demand, and that's the central demand of saving the Constitution. Because if you save the Constitution, then only you can conduct the caste census. If you save the Constitution, then only you can ensure the recruitments in aided institutions. Then only you can ensure proportional representation. Friends, I come from the bordering district of Bihar and Jharkhand. You might be seeing this as a model of social justice. But I see Tamil Nadu as the model of social justice. So, the Kerala does not have to look towards north. It just have to look towards its right. And the model of social justice which Tanai Periyar showed us. And recently we released his small booklet called Proportional Representation Government Order of 1921 which Justice Party had ensured. Friends, when I told you about little bit of the RSS and BJP's line of what they want in the Constitution and how they campaigned about they are the one who have brought the first OBC Prime Minister, but they are the one who are not conducting OBC census or as in OBC based caste census, we also have to reflect upon other political parties. I'm aware Kerala is being alternately ruled by 2 major political parties, the Congress and the CPM. It is Kerala who sends Rahul Gandhi to the Indian Parliament from Wayanad. And I must appreciate that his party has taken a call for the caste census, but let me remind you, it is the same Congress party which Periyar had quit in 1925 on the question of proportional representation. It was Madras Provincial Congress Committee meeting which was happening in Kanchipuram. And the then president of that delegation, of that PCC, informed Periyar that if you would want to push for proportional representation, you need to have 30 signatures of the delegates. Friends, let me remind you, Periyar managed 50 signatures. Despite that, this resolution was dropped. Why I'm reminding this you all is because recently we had elections in 4-5 states. The Congress party declared that when elected to power, we will conduct caste census. Rahul Gandhi came on the floor of the parliament to say that why we have only 3 OBC secretaries. Now nobody asks that how many general secretary or how many party spokesperson the Congress has in their own party form. And this morning I am told that unfortunately Kerala Congress is not supporting the caste census issue which the Indian National Congress has supported. What is dragging them? What is dragging them is that those people who are holding party positions within the Congress. And I am told once by a senior of mine in JNU that a very famous, very senior leader of Congress party called Digvijay Singh once had told that we can fight the RSS, but how will we fight the RSS within? Another party, CPM. Let me not go into details of CPM in Kerala. But in West Bengal, when Mandal Commission came, and it went to West Bengal, you know what Jyoti Basu, the then Chief Minister of West Bengal, said? He said, in Bengal, we do not have castes. We only have classes. And if you ask me about caste in Bengal, we have only 2 castes, rich and poor. Friends, we are aware that it was Mandal Commission that on the question of secularism, when India fails, it is the question of social justice that India fight back. When in the name of Ram Janam Bhoomi, a communal mobilization was being laid, it was social justice parties which fought the communal mobilization with Mandal against Kamandal. Today, we have traveled a long path, but as a student, I studied the American studies. I am reminded of how it is very important to save the federal structure of this country also. In United States of America, as I said, India is a union of states, so we always can call it United States of India. In US Parliament, you have House of Representative and Senate. House of Representative, the members is decided based on the population. But Senate, they have equal 2 members for each state. In India, we are not abiding by that principle, and both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is based on the population. It is high time that the states, particularly in South, must demand for an equitarian participation in the parliament. Why I am telling this is because as I started with Periyar, I would want to end with Periyar. 13th of August 1950, when he won back the first constitutional amendment, which ultimately brought in the question of backward classes, and how Article 14 and 15 and 16 brought in the question of reservation for the backward classes. Let me read out what Periyar said in his speech, in his long speech that he was delivering at Madras. He said, why should we have a government at Delhi which does not do anything for us? Can we not rule ourselves? Does our country lack in natural resources? We have a coastline of 1,500 miles. He's talking about Tamil Nadu. Our ships can go to any part of the world. We have railways. Can we not flourish? Why should we give away our rights and powers to Delhi? When they are there as ministers, we are naturally exploited. What if we have a government of our own? They do not give due respect even to our Tamil Nadu ministers here. Dr. A.L. Mudaliar gave a clean bist of the affairs in the debates of the Legislative Council. Even our ministers have accepted the fact many times. In India, the North is ignoring the South. South is being exploited. Why should we be suppressed? If we had powers in our hand, we would have solved our problems. To solve the good food shortage, we could have directly imported food grains from abroad. Today, we, the Tamil Nadu people, do not have the powers. The government of India procure food grains and take them here and there, and by time we get our quota, they are almost unfit for consumption. North Indians are suffering here. They are playing. Why should this situation be allowed? Should we not sacrifice even our life and gain full freedom? Let us redeem our land of Dravida Nadu. Since I am told by the organizers, I am left with little time, so I would only want to give a clarion call once again that caste census will breach this communal divide, because when certain people are calling, we all are Hindus. We have Kancha Ilaya who writes, why I am not a Hindu. Unfortunately, your member of parliament from Thiruvananthapuram defends the other side. He says, why I am a Hindu. I am saying we all are Hindu, but how are we Hindu must be asked. Because if we are not equal, if we are unequal, why we will be called as united Hindus? This is something that I want to bring in, that the question of secularism can be fought on a different plane, but the question of social justice, if you strengthen, we will fight both secularism and social justice. With this, I end with Rahat Indori, who says, "हम अपनी जान की दुश्मन को भी जान कहते हैं." हम अपनी जान की दुश्मन को अपनी जान कहते हैं। मोहब्बत की इसी मिट्टी को हिंदुस्तान कहते हैं। जय फुले, जय सावित्री, जय भीम। शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद।
Thank you.